Good afternoon, researchers, field agents, engineers, thurges, and lab mice attempting to take over the world. I am Dr. Otter, unless you're from SCP-4000, in which case don't call me that, or anything else for that matter. I'm the director of the Paranormal Object Observation Facility, although recently I have had the good fortune to be allowed to conduct research at the SCP Foundation site. The site number is classified, but the code name is a group where we all pretend to work at the SCP Foundation. Convenient, isn't it? Today, as usual, I will be lecturing on two similar, possibly related paranormal objects in hopes of learning more about both. The two I will be discussing today are SCP-1545 and PO-00008, also known as Larry the Loving Llama and Kanga Sue, respectively. Oh, and before we begin, if you'd like to make a few extra bucks this month, I need volunteers for cross-testing between SCP-801 and PO-62. Item number SCP-1545. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1545 is to be kept in Containment Locker 1545 at Site 40, with access barred to all personnel with a clearance level under 3. Following Incident 1296-1545, testing of SCP-1545 with additional anomalous object requires approval of personnel with a clearance level of 4, on a case-by-case basis. No other containment procedures are necessary at this time. Description: Object 1545 is a two-person llama costume wearing galoshes. SCP-1545 can be opened along its midsection. Its interior is consistent with an average costume of its type, with space for two people, one of their legs in the rear legs bending over into the midsection, and the other standing in the front with their two legs in the costume's front legs standing straight up through the costume's neck. A tag near the costume's rear refers to it as Larry the Loving Llama. SCP-1545 anomalous effects do not become apparent until it is worn. Subjects wearing SCP-1545 will become extremely in character, with the frontal person speaking as if they were Larry the Loving Llama, and the rearward person performing various jigs. SCP-1545 behaves in an extremely docile manner. Subjects inside SCP-1545 are not physically able to exit SCP-1545 without being pulled out, and show no desire to do so, although they will not resist removal. Unless forcefully removed from SCP-1545, subjects will continuously act as Larry the Loving Llama until they expire. Subjects with a dead partner will still act as their appropriate half until they also expire. Removed subjects show memory of their time within SCP-1545. However, they show no knowledge of its anomalous properties. Subjects do not show any negative attitude towards their time inside SCP-1545, instead behaving as if their actions were typical. SCP-1545 was discovered by authorities in Redacted in an abandoned suburban home. Victims had died from dehydration. Autopsy indicated that the rearward operator had died 1 day earlier and had severe bruising on her body from being dragged throughout the household by her frontal partner. SCP-1545 was confiscated by the Foundation personnel after its anomalous properties had been discovered. Class A amnestics were administered. The following is a transcript of audio log 1545-A. Interviewed, D-5362, having just been removed from SCP-1545. Interviewer, Dr. Fredericks. Forward. Subject had been inside SCP-1545 for approximately 3 hours. Actually, Dr. Jones, would you come up here, please? Dr. Jones, would you mind reading the part of D-5362? Okay, thank you. Hello, D-5362.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you feeling?
A little exhausted, sir.
Yes. I saw all that dancing around. Must have gotten tiring.
It was, sir, but you have to keep the people entertained.
But surely you considered leaving to get a drink.
Can't do that, sir. It would ruin the illusion.
It's a talking llama wearing rain boots. What kind of illusion is that?
Oh, well, you just don't know Larry the Loving Llama like I do, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Let's get another volunteer. Agent Brown, would you come up here for this one? Audio log 1545-B, interviewed D5483, voicing Larry the Loving Lava, who will in turn be voiced by Agent Brown. Interviewer, Dr. Fredericks. Forward. Subject has been inside SCP-1545 for 2 days. Voice was extremely raspy due to dehydration. Hello, D5483.
Oh, I'm not James. I'm Larry the Loving Llama.
Okay, Larry, how are you feeling?
Super-de-duper, Doctor. My bum's a bit sluggish today, but that's okay.
Note, D5484, SCP-1545's rearward operator, had expired approximately 2 hours earlier. D5483 had been dragging D5484. Larry, are you aware of the men inside you?
You mean my helpers?
Yes, your helpers.
My helpers love helping me. Together we bring joy to everyone.
Are you aware that D5484 is dead, Larry?
He's just taking a nap, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Agent Brown. Footnotes. Most common cause of death is dehydration. Infection is also common due to non-attendance of soiled clothing. Oh, people. All right, I just have to say this. Foundation researchers, don't let this happen. You have to take care of your D class. If you let them die of dehydration inside a sentient llama costume, the monsters are going to complain about the way they taste. Now, this next one has a somewhat heartwarming story attached to it. If you're interested, I encourage you to read the full experiment logs of object PO-00008. Let's begin. Object PO-00008. Nickname Kanga Sue. Display class harmless. Function type supernatural, meaning it does not conform to known laws of science or magic. World of origin unknown. Description. Object PO-8 is a kangaroo costume, standing 1.8 meters tall when worn, regardless of the height of the wearer. The suit is brown with a tan belly, has an articulated jaw, a motorized tail and ears, and feet equipped with leaf springs. Anyone wearing the suit will identify himself as Kanga Sue. Wearers consistently display the same behaviors, acting out the character of Kanga Sue, a motherly female kangaroo with a Great Lakes-style accent, roughly 35 years of age. Object PO-8 appears to retain memories from its time worn by previous users. Although once removed from the suit, users will insist that they were only playing the role, and at no time believed that they were actually Kanga Sue. When in suit, however, it seems to be impossible for the users to break character. Object PO-8 carries a small plush toy in the shape of a joey. Object PO-8 will refer to her joey by the name of the person currently wearing it. It will go through all the motions of caring for the toy as if it were a human child. When Object PO-8 feels it is time for bed, it will first place the toy in its pocket after an elaborate bedtime ritual, including a bedtime story and a lullaby. Object PO-8 will then unfasten itself and fall off the wearer. Users who have worn Object PO-8 report feeling as though they have been thoroughly loved and pampered. Notable experiments involving Object PO-8. Experiment 00008-06. Alright, that's going to get old fast. Experiment 8-6, conducted by Dr. Jones. Test subject was suffering severe malnutrition due to unemployment. While wearing Object PO-8, subject pretended to feed Toy Joey frequently. Subject emerged from object PO-8 feeling full and well-nourished. Experiment 8-8, conducted by Dr. Jones. Test subject suffered severe insomnia. While wearing object PO-8, subject rocked and sang to Toy Joey, frequently asking staff not to wake the baby. Subject reported feeling alert and well-rested afterward. Experiment 8-12, conducted by Dr. Mento. Test subject was convicted of 9 counts of redacted while wearing object PO-8. Subject spanked Toy Joey, then placed it in a corner and told it to think about what it had done. Subject reported extreme remorse after experiment. Experiment 8-13, conducted by Dr. No. Test subject was convicted of 12 counts of redacted. Subject donned object PO-8, then picked up Toy Joey and examined it. Dr. No reports a look of revulsion appeared on object PO-8's face, followed by exclamations of, "Get it out of me!" before unfastening and releasing wearer. Object 8-16, conducted by Dr. Jones. The subject was suffering from terminal cancer. While wearing object PO-8, subject treated Joey as a sick child, administering imaginary medicine. Medical scans afterward showed no signs of cancer. Experiment 8-22, conducted by Dr. No. Test subject was asked to punch Joey repeatedly before donning object PO-8. While in suit, subject lectured Joey on the foolishness of self-harm. Test subject emerged from the suit with severe bruises despite suffering no impact while in the suit. Experiment 8-31, conducted by Dr. Mento. Test subject was a Great Dane. Other than an inability to speak English, no deviation in object PO-8's normal behavior was detected. Experiment 8-37, conducted by Dr. Jones. Upon donning PO-8, subject began to cry hysterically. Subject grabbed the Joey and appeared to be choking it. Immediately, object PO-8 opened and fell off the subject, who was found dead of asphyxiation. Subsequent investigation revealed that the subject had committed multiple homicides moments before participating in the experiment. I strongly suspect that if we find the creator of one of these, we'll find the creator of the other. All right, thank you for listening to today's lecture. You're all invited to join me in the cafeteria for some pistachio pudding, which we just received as a gift from TGRI. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.